chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like...
Hey everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, the stage is set for our final Thursday night game of the year between our visitors and the Houston Texans. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They'll run now with Dillon. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Fields, buying time to, and it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it, and they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A pretty large mental mistake right there to give him the first.
It's situational football, and you have to know you're down in distance. On that 4th down, any type of penalty would give them a 1st down, so you can't jump off sides. You can't encroach. You got to be careful.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Watson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 9th touchdown of the season.
Previous play is under review.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Throwing on third and long. Fields. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bilal Nichols in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
From the 25 on second down, Watson, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Raiders will have a short field. They'll try and run with their fullback. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. And now a carry here for their fullback. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run now with Peyton. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us, baby.
So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Dillon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on second down, Fields. This one caught by Ridley. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Throwing on first down. Fields eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Lamb. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They're going to have to do something with him. He was so sensational last week, over 200 yards. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, what do? You hold him?
That's a good start as long as you can get away with it.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Below Nichols, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. On third down, Fields. That's caught. It's Thomas. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Operating from the gun. Fields steps up. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I'd file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. The Texans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. But that's complete to Sanders. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On 1st and 10, Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And Sanders has got it complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Peyton. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Third down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as a quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter, so how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass, okay, that's cool, but he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
It's caught by Sanders. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is indeed good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, it's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
3rd and 2. Watson over the middle, complete. That's Glover. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Watson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got
rush coming, and he's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there, let him go get it.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On first down, Fields airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. To throw again, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they left little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Back to throw, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Here's Sanders, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. A shotgun snap for Watson. Goes to the right side here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 33 yards that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again is Watson. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton, and trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Fields. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Running in here with Peyton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's Dillon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. 2nd and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Looking to throw. Fields Flushed out right. Touchdown, Raiders. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
You're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. It means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Out of the gun, Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The rookie first-rounder Jonathan Abram there to knock it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Watson operating from the gun. And the catch made by Johnson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll run with Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about two-minute off. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Now a first down throw. Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Johnson was the intended receiver. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Give them a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now a carry for Dillon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
Hey, you got to snap it. You got to snap it.
One last throw here for Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for our visitors, it's a big